to Chain Gang. I've got a special host with me tonight, Eric Holmes. How you doing, man?
Good.
We are doing our Super Bowl show here at Post Game Pizza, one of our big sponsors. Alicia's got us some pizza coming.
All right.
I don't know what you want. And so she's got some beef and mushroom coming for us here in just a second. And I think we're going on a date after this.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't. Are we doing Valentine's together?
We can. I mean, yeah. Did you get me flowers or anything? No. You're not.
Yeah. We can stop coming.
Yeah. Not a huge Valentine's guy or flower guy. So, hey, we want to bring you a special Super Bowl show tonight. Our Chain Gang show is normally live on Sunday, but I'm not going to compete with the Super Bowl. We won't win, right?
No.
So, hey, we want to thank Kaiser Chiropractic, Post Game Pizza, which we're at Post Game Pizza right now, doing our show. So if you've got time and you want to come out and get a great pizza, come join us. Green Box Photography, Hometown Furniture, Rogersville Pharmacy, and Living the Dream Outdoor Properties with Seth Hankett.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his properties?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's a great guy.
Seth's a great guy. You and I and him have been friends for many years. So, but he has some amazing. I mean, some of those properties I would love to get and hunt on for the rest of my life. So we want to talk about Super Bowl. I kind of broke it down into 4 different categories for me: commercials, food, halftime show, and then actually the game. I think all those. I think that's kind of the big thing for me is in the Super Bowl. I'm not a huge, to be honest with you, NFL fan. I know you are.
Yeah, I know you're kind of a
I'm a college football.
You just get stuck in there.
I get stuck in college football, and I'll tell you, it's becoming more like the NFL. So it's not, but yeah, I get stuck in college football. I do root for the Oklahoma players that are on each team. For me, like the Bengals have 2 huge Oklahoma players, Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine. So I root, so it's hard for me not to root for the Bengals. But anyways, wanted to just talk about all this a little bit. I know when I was a kid, and I hope you guys chime in. I think it's important. I mean, tell us what you think on the commercials. We want to talk about commercials first. When I was a kid, you never left the room during the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss. I mean, 1, the game, but 2, the commercials.
As a young person, I think the commercials were the biggest thing. I remember being a kid and being back to school the next day and talking about commercials.
Yeah.
The game was the game, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of times
All right, we should be better. Hey, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. We got everything set up here. They said they couldn't hear you, and I mean that's why we have you on. Is because the epic voice. You've got
Hey, this is my second Super Bowl show.
Yeah, you did last year.
Yeah.
You and Charlie Hill, and we had you, Charlie Hill. Who else do we have? Oh, David Cucci. We had a few other people on, but so because we are having mic issues, I want to go over our sponsors again real quick. Kaiser Chiropractic Post Game Pizza, which we are here tonight. If you're sitting at home and want to join us, come get a pizza, come get a Coke.
You bet.
And
Best pizza in Rogersville.
it is great. Green Box Photography, Hometown Furniture, Rogersville Pharmacy, and Living the Dream Outdoor Properties with Seth Hagen. We're talking about him, and we were saying, I think you and I could buy a property from Seth Hagen and be content for the rest of our lives, right?
He's got some beautiful places listed, and he's a great guy, too.
Yep. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. I know Ryan was supposed to be here tonight, but his daughter was winning today in volleyball.
That's awesome.
And we love it. We hope she. I don't know how she ended up doing, but anyways.
I think it's important that you got another Hogs fan. Here to take his place and support him.
Yeah, I'm done now. We're going to go ahead and end the show. No, it's funny you bring up the Hogs. I mean, this is absolutely a Super Bowl show for us tonight.
Well, you don't have to bring up the fact that the Hogs lost today.
Well, who did they lose to?
Alabama.
Yeah, so I was watching.
By 1 point.
Okay, I was watching that game, and then I turned it off, and I thought they had it, actually. But
so who won the Kansas-Oklahoma game? Honestly, I don't know.
Kansas. So
did they?
Yeah,
I know it was close.
The Big 12, I mean, that's a crazy part. And I know this Super Bowl show, but, I mean, the Big 12 as a whole has been doing very well.
Very well.
And you know.
Hey, Oklahoma's got a solid basketball.
They're good. Played Arkansas, which I was super surprised about. And so,
really good.
But we were talking about the 4 different components of a Super Bowl show. Let's look up the Kansas-Oklahoma game because I told you we lost. I don't know.
They were winning in the third quarter. Oklahoma was up, I think.
Okay.
With like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, they were leading Kansas. I think.
Ryan says, "Woo pig."
Hey, that's right.
Love Steph. Ryan is driving. So, yeah, Steph. I mean, we're here to talk about Super Bowl. Leave us alone. So, no, we're good. No, the Arkansas though. It's an amazing thing. I mean, because I'm a huge basketball fan, but I mean, even bigger college football fan. Man, I'm telling you guys are going to own the SEC.
Well, I don't know
for
about
too long,
but hopefully we can compete again.
Well, I mean, you're already competing,
so that's good. That's a good thing.
I mean, look at the teams you guys played this year, and I mean, you guys are going to.
Well, you mentioned earlier about college football looking more like the NFL. It doesn't hurt when you have the Walton family backing you up.
Well, I mean, for you guys, it's JB Hunt right now, right?
JB Hunt
that's
is
a big
leading
deal.
the pack. So they're good.
Man, Oklahoma needs to figure out something and try to keep some players there.
Yeah.
So, but no, we wanted to Kansas. That's what I thought. Kansas beat Oklahoma 71-69. So thanks, Alicia. Appreciate that. But
it's a close game.
It was a close game. I mean, they're doing very well.
They're competing with the best.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So we broke down the Super Bowl into 3 different components for us, and that's commercials, food, halftime show, and predictions. Do you have your prediction already?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I've got that.
We'll save that for the end of the show. It was kind of neat last week, if you guys joined us. Ryan and I got to talk to Super Bowl champion Grant Wistrom. I mean, amazing.
Awesome.
I told the story on the show, I was in Ranger school, and it happened to be negative 13 degrees outside, and there was this rule, if it was negative, below negative 12, you had to pull us in to the barracks. And so they pulled us into the barracks, but then they were like, well, you can't eat, you can't sleep. So now we're in a warm environment, and you're super tired, haven't slept in days, and don't sleep. So it was tough on us. But our RTO, which is the radio guy, said, I can get the Super Bowl on this little generic, radio we had. And sure enough, he got the Super Bowl on there. So, I mean, I listened to that game in the barracks, like half tired, half, extremely hungry, all this sort of stuff. But we go back to before we were talking about commercials, and you said,
yeah, so the commercials was the big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was all about, you go back to school on Monday, and it's like, the game was what the game was, but it was like, hey, did you see that commercial? That was hilarious. Pepsi, Budweiser, all of the big ones,
Who do you think, company-wise? Well, and we'll go back and talk a little bit about, like, some of the ones that, were influential. Who's been the biggest company? And you guys chime in here, too. Like, tell us what your favorite Super Bowl commercial has ever been. But company wise, who's the king of Super Bowl commercials?
I gotta say Budweiser.
I do too.
I mean the frogs.
Yeah.
That's forever in my mind.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when that came out, and it just,
The Bud.
We talked to why,
Sir. Yeah. And they
forever.
we got some pizza. Hey, don't hesitate to come join us. We've got some post-game pizza here. I'm holding it up.
Thank you.
We want to, once again, thank them for their sponsorship. And, man, they're delicious pizza.
Yeah, they're great.
Here in Rogersville.
They're great. They got good workers in here. Old RJ, that boy back there, he's a dandy.
Yeah. No, but they made T-shirts out of the whole the Budweiser, thing. For me, I would agree with you. I think Budweiser has been the king of Super Bowl commercials. I would put second Doritos. Doritos always seems to have these. They put out these crazy. We're gonna, you post. We're gonna pay you X amount of dollars for you posting your video. But to me, there's nothing better and more epic than the 9/11. The year 9/11 happened, and Budweiser put out the whole 9/11 Budweiser commercial. Yeah. And, you're sitting there watching and you look at from September to, January, we're playing a Super Bowl game and it's not everybody forgot. I mean, we were kind of getting numb to it. I mean, we were kind of getting over that. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, here's that 9/11 commercial.
Yeah.
I agree. I think they're the king of commercials as far as the Super Bowl goes. Do you have any others that stick out to you?
Not really. I'm excited to see what they have, what they bring, and hopefully they'll have some neat stuff,
I think rating too. I think one of the fun games that you can play during the Super Bowl is rating the commercials and coming back and being able to say, hey, this was my favorite commercial, or but you see that all the time, on the Super Bowl. So. What's your family? I mean, you guys are Chiefs fans. I watch you. That's why we invited you on.
We're hurting. Our heart's broken.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to. Ryan and I did a game, we talked to to Grant right after that game. But Alicia had went home and made all these Chiefs promos because we were like, okay, we're going to Super Bowl, and
absolutely.
I told her, I said, don't make them until what? I mean, you made them halftime. Somewhere in there.
And halftime, I mean, I thought.
Up 21.
I think I had the same plan that the Chiefs had at halftime. It was, hey, we just got to wait it out, and they played that way. They played from halftime on like, hey, we just got to hang on for another half of football and we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They didn't play. The first half was super aggressive. The second half, it was just a flop. And to me, it was the mentality of, if we can just hang on and keep them from scoring, then – we're going to walk out of here with the win.
Yep.
And I think that lead in the first half killed them.
You think they got complacent with –
they got complacent.
Ryan brought up a good point, and he said the commercials are better than the halftime show. I agree. 99% of the time I agree. I will not agree with you this year.
Not this year.
I think this year is going to be the best we've seen.
If I told Amanda on the way over here, if I could figure out a way for Dr. Dre to win the Super Bowl – that would be my vote.
So Dr. Dre, he drops back 15 yards, passes it to Snoop, who does like a little, pitch off to Eminem, it's going to be crazy, man. No, I agree with you. Like Ryan brought up the point last week that the Chiefs seemed to quit running, and I mean, you look at the second half and they weren't. And Patrick Mahomes is, oh my gosh, he is. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan, but I'm not going to sit here and homer it up and say, like, Baker's anywhere near what Patrick Mahomes is. Patrick Mahomes is a special quarterback. But you can't put all that on him.
No.
And I felt like that's what the Chiefs did in the second half. And Andy Reid, to me, is one of the best coaches ever.
One of the things I noticed about that game, and I know this is Super Bowl talk we're supposed to be having here, we're talking about the Chiefs, and they're not in this game, but – in the second half, they came out against Buffalo, and whenever he would, Patrick Mahomes, he'd come out if there wasn't, he didn't see an open man downfield, he'd take off, and he would run, and in the second half of that game against the Bengals, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
He stepped back and he just stayed back, and there'd be 20 yards of field right in front of him, and he never took off.
Ryan says the halftime show will be a flop. Do you agree with him?
No, I definitely do not.
I don't
agree with
either.
him.
Yep.
I mean, I'm only watching for the halftime show this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, if I could figure out a way for Dr. Dre to win or the Rams and the Bengals both to lose, I'd be happy with that. But I'm all for I'm in it for the halftime show.
Alicia said that she had heard that they were playing Bon Jovi super loud outside the stadium when the halftime performance are practicing this week. Because you're saying, I mean, like you're saying, oh, they don't want anyone to hear it. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, why would you not play Bon Jovi?
Yeah,
I thought so. I thought you were knocking on Bon Jovi. No,
Yeah. Shot to the heart, man.
Yeah.
I would like to see them in the
on a still horse I ride.
Yeah,
right?
next Super Bowl, I think they should be up there.
I mean, other than Bon Jovi, other than me and you, who's cooler than Bon Jovi?
I don't know.
I mean, I agree with that. So, no, I think it'll be, we live in Chiefs country, obviously, and I don't like I said, Alicia and I don't have if the Browns were in the mix, yeah, we're there. We're rooting for Baker Mayfield, but we're not. And we're not going to be, and Baker Mayfield's going to be on another team next year. So, but, I mean, we always kind of root for the Chiefs just because her dad was such a huge fan.
I didn't grow up as a Chiefs fan, and I've not always been a Chiefs fan, but I grew up as a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
And I just did. I'm a Razorbacks Cowboys fan. That kind of goes hand in hand. But then when Mahomes started playing for the Chiefs, he's so fun to watch.
He is.
And all the, kids got involved, and I love how they have become the team for the youth around here and the different, and so it's hard not to get on board with that.
Yeah. It was funny because Grant Wistrom, we had talked a little bit before he came on the show. We were kind of talking more like professionally. He had said that on the show, and I didn't know this, it kind of caught me off guard, but he was a huge Oklahoma fan.
Oh, really?
And if you don't know the history of Oklahoma, they very, very good during the Barry Switzer days. Got in a little bit of trouble and got on some but probation issues, and couldn't play in a bowl game it was almost like MSU back in the day. But he said he was a big fan, and he almost went there.
Wow.
But it's funny because I think back to I know I'm not supposed to bring up your son by any means, but I'm gonna say I know Grady in that generation looks at Patrick Mahomes like I looked at the Boz.
The Boz,
and Grant had brought up the Boz and said the Boz actually told Grant. I think Grant had said something to the Boz, and the Boz was like, "You're my favorite player ever," because they played the same position and stuff, and so but. Looking back, I mean, when I went out on recess and stuff back in Oklahoma, we carried the football out there, and we said, I would always say, I'm the boss. Yeah. And honestly, I was so young, I didn't even know what position he played. I thought he played linebacker. I thought he played, quarterback. I thought he played wide receiver. That's who Patrick Mahomes is for the Chiefs today.
I had the Boz haircut when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yes, I had the shave and the lines. I mean, I love the guy.
Yeah. So, who did you root for? Did you root for Arkansas growing up?
I did, but, everybody knew who the Boz was.
Yeah.
He was on
controversial.
Another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, always in the media. And, he was just, just above everyone else.
Hold on, I'm looking at a comment here. It says, no, really 30 years or so. And I think we're referring to commercials. Oh, yeah, Shauna Kaiser's been a Chiefs fan for 30 years or so, yeah. So, it's amazing, and we do root for him around here. I do like to give him a hard time from time to time. But with that being said, we don't have a team. So we're a homer, I'll poke fun at people. But I'll go back to, and I know this is a Super Bowl show and the Chiefs aren't in it, but we're talking about them a bit. I remember when they started the season and people were like, "Oh my gosh, the Chiefs are horrible."
It was rough.
And I said this. I said they will be in the Super Bowl. Now I didn't. I wasn't right, But I
Well,
mean,
if you look at, I mean, they brought in a lot of new players. Their line was very young. You know, their center's his first year. I mean, it takes a while for that chemistry
Yeah.
to develop, especially when, you know, they lost some of their, you know, senior leadership
Yeah.
guys and replaced them with, you know, some first-year guys.
yeah, Creed Humphrey.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
I mean, where did he go to college at?
I think he went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma, baby. No, Creed.
That took me a minute.
Creed's a good guy. I mean, and that's where I'm saying. I mean, like, we don't like. You look at the Bengals, and we got 2 running backs from Oklahoma that play for the Bengals, and like we love them. We love Baker Mayfield. We love. I mean, but for us, it's we love Creed. I mean, Creed's one of the greatest dudes ever. You know, and he's a rookie this year. Ryan White asked a great question, and I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to ask you first because I think we probably have the same play in mind, but I'm going to ask you first. What's the best Super Bowl play of all time?
Oh, I'm out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I will tell you, it has to be the helmet catch. Eli Manning to, and I'm horrible. I can't remember who the wide receiver is, but you remember.
Stuck.
Yeah, he caught it on the helmet and scored. No, he got a first down, and they ended up winning the game, I think, over the Patriots, and I'm not sure. Ryan, correct me. But I just remember the helmet catch, like, because they go back, and I think it was one of the first years they did reviews. The dude caught it on his helmet, pinned it to his helmet. I think that's got to be, for me, the greatest play of all time, or at least for my generation or our generation. I think the helmet catch, probably has to be one of the greatest plays. So,
and I kind of hit on it before that a lot of the time these Super Bowls, to me, they're built up, but some of the best games are played earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And those are the games I remember, the games getting there. The Super Bowls, they're not always that memorable to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, and I'll say this because I've hated the dude for years, Tom Brady.
Oh, my.
I mean, he's correct me, 6-time Super Bowl champion?
Yeah, correct me. 7.
7. Yeah, there you go. 7-time Super Bowl. Eli Manning to David Tyrese, yeah. But, you look at him, he's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. And I look at, Joe Montana for me as a kid.
Yeah, he was huge.
But you look at Tom Brady, and it's just amazing, what he's done.
It is. You can't deny that. He's the greatest. He's set records that, it's going to take someone special to ever get to what he's done. But I hate to admit that because I don't.
Oh, I do
personally.
Too.
I'm always for, my cousin and I. He's a huge Tom Brady fan, and so we go back and forth like daily. We had a big rant today about it.
Yeah,
I like the style, and he said, "Well, I'd much rather just old reliable win." And I said, "Well, I can teach his own, I guess."
Well, and that's what you got in Brady, and you've got a guy he's going to drop back in the pocket, look for open receivers, find them. Mahomes is a different character, and I hope he stays healthy, for the rest of his time because he's out there. He's dodging 3 or 4, tackles.
You just never know what's around the corner.
Yeah, and then he's throwing off the back of his leg into the end zone, to some receiver that's not really open, but he's going to find him open. And I get it. It's just a different type of quarterback. So Ryan says he can't be with us tonight, but he is with us. So play for him was the Rams receiver. Yes, tackled inches from the goal line, and that's that same, that's that same memory for me too. It's just oh my gosh, it's a difference in inches, to win the Super Bowl. So I agree with you, Ryan. So, hey, we want to thank a couple of our sponsors. I just placed an order with these guys last night. I'm super excited. Real Beef Direct, and so I ordered. A ton of hamburger. I ordered some steaks last night. But Real Beef Direct, you get online,
you order your hamburger, you order your steaks, you know, your brisket, whatever, and then they give you a code, and you go out to their special, like, little meat locker out there, out by, you know where I'm talking about, on, is that B Highway?
On B Highway there.
Yeah, out
right
past
in the corner.
you. Yeah, or before
me.
But you go in there and you order your beef, or you pick up your beef, your steaks, and I will tell you.
That's a neat idea.
Oh, my gosh, their steaks are good.
Oh, yeah.
I keep telling Ryan, if you're listening, I had ordered Ryan and I some steaks. I ate them. I'm sorry. I think the first night I got the steaks, I went and defrosted one, and I pan fried it, which I don't pan fry a lot of steaks, but oh my gosh, they're so good. Blue Sky Lawn and in landscape, big. They are probably resting right now, Kyle Turner, because he just spent the last week going out and pushing snow,
clearing driveways and parking lots.
Yeah, and you know Kyle. Kyle's a hard worker.
Good guy, hard worker, good family.
But, man, they're going to take care of your lawn. They're going to take care of any of your landscaping needs. Go out and see them. So,
and, you know, Kyle, he was also a sponsor of our football academy this past year.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that, and he's a good sponsor of Rogersville Athletics.
Yeah, absolutely. MDP Motors. Ryan and I keep talking every week. We want a short bus, and we want to put the Ching Gang on the side. And we want to go game to game, maybe with you and Charlie.
That'd be great.
I mean, it would just be crazy, and then go broadcast some games. So, but MDP Motors, I talked to Manesh last week. They still have, I posted on our Ching Gang page, they still have a Razor, and it's top of the line Razor. It's nice. To me, it's extremely cheap, and they still have it over there.
Well,
so
they're hard to find right now too.
They are.
If you're looking for one, that'd be a good place to go.
Yeah.
Especially if you could buy one local. They're hard to find.
And then B&B Well and Pump, tremendous. We live in the city. We don't have a well, but if I did have a well, I'm going to tell you what, these guys are amazing. B&B Well and Pump. Not only do they come out and take care of you for whatever you need, but everyone that I've talked to says they are the salt of the earth people. And I know, for instance, when I've talked to them about, you know, our show and sports in Rogersville, that's all they care about. You know, they say, hey, we just want to promote and grow our Rogersville, you know, schools.
Yeah,
and so
athletics. And
yeah. So if your well goes out or if you need a replacement, I don't know how all that works, but go see our friends over at B&B Well and Pump. So I want to talk about food real quick. Ryan said short bus. Yeah, we're getting that, baby.
We need to tear the seats out and put couches down each
Yes,
side.
that's what we're talking about. So,
That'd be
like,
awesome, wouldn't it?
So you get a short bus, right? And Ryan is, and you probably are. I'm not a very handy guy. Like, I say my biggest tool in my toolbox is my checkbook because I will mess it up every time. I'd rather just write a check. But Ryan is a handy guy. Stephanie is a design queen. I mean, she will make your house look I mean, she's just one of those people that sees everything. Yeah. But we were talking about pull the seats out, hardwood floor. I mean, just like super.
You're going to deck this thing.
Oh,
out.
Deck it out, man. Yeah. Like, you know, like kind of a sectional.
See, I was thinking shag carpet and some couches down each side.
I mean, I would do, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't care about the hardwood floor. Like, I'll do the shag carpet. I'm fine with that. But deck it out to where, let's say, like, you know, we were talking last night, and, you know, obviously we want to support everything LR does, but say you have that big game like Webb City versus Carthage, and you got the Chain Gang bus pulling up, and it's got, you know, these crazy, like, you know, disco lights or something. You know, you open the door and the barbecue grill comes out. And
I think an excellent idea would be to have an ex-prison bus with the bars on the side and the Chain Gang. I mean, that would go perfect together.
That's it. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm eating and talking. I think that's perfect. So, food, man, for Super Bowl.
Well, tomorrow I think I at our house, we're going to do some smoked tri-tip.
Oh, geez.
And we're going to slice it real thin, put it on sliders, and have some chips and dip, and, you know.
I think we're coming to your house.
Yeah, I guess you are.
Is that okay, Amanda?
Bring a side.
Do we just bring a side or for your food? We are having, I'm so excited. We got some family that moved here from Dallas, Texas And so we haven't been around them in years, many years. But they moved here. We call them our ROG family. So, a lot of people don't know, or maybe they do know, but Ryan and Stephanie, we're all cousins. And our family from Dallas, Texas, that's Ryan and I and Stephanie's aunt and uncle.
Cool.
But we're having old school fish fry tomorrow.
Wow.
So I think
we're coming to your house.
Yeah,
right?
you can come over. Bring your seriously, bring your tri-tip. Let's go. But we're doing crappie. And I got to do a shout out to Rich Sturts because he caught the crappie for us this year. I kind of slacked and didn't fish as much this year as I normally do. But anyways, yeah, we got crappie. We're going to have coleslaw, hush puppies. What else?
That's awesome. Fish fry is my favorite thing.
So fried potatoes, and then Alicia will make some dessert, or someone will bring a dessert. I don't know, but I think the food for me is the other biggest aspect of the Super Bowl.
I love the food. We usually do wings. We for Chiefs games, we've done wings in the last several games, and so we're like, we're going to try something different. So we're going for that. I woke up one morning and I'm going to make that. So
I don't know. I love this name, but we got a guy called Let's Go Brandon. He commented and he said, portable smoker. I am in the market for a portable smoker. I smoke a ton of meat every year, and I've burned through. I got a really good old Oklahoma Joe smoker about 10 years ago. Well, it's when we moved into our house about 8-9 years ago. But I've already burned through it. And it is thick still, but I smoke a ton of meat. So, I don't know who Let's Go Brandon is, but if you got a portable smoker and you're in the market, shoot us a message. We'd love to look at it.
And I got to tell this guy that, Brandon Allen's out of the picture.
Yeah, who's Brandon?
I think Brandon Allen, right? Is that who he's talking about?
I don't know, man. I think he's talking about the race car driver, but then there's this whole other implication.
I'm not sure. I
don't even know what that means.
I think he thinks the Bills made it in.
The Bills. Well, I'll tell you what, man. That would, if you'd asked me at the beginning of the season, that's who I would have said was the Bills. But yeah, shoot us. I've not ever ran into anybody with the first name Let's Go and the last name Brandon. But hey, cool.
I see his name on a lot of bumper stickers.
Yeah, I see a lot of people when we go to games and stuff. They're saying Let's Go Brandon. So
there's one on every team.
If you were okay, so let's. I know we're way off topic here, but who cares? It's our show. If you're Brandon and you're like a fourth stringer, and you get into the football game or basketball game, baseball game, would you not feel good about yourself if everybody's like, "Let's go, Brandon"?
I think everybody, if your name is Brandon, you're wanting to have your name changed.
Yeah. Right now, you probably
you're like, dude, I don't see any humor in that. I just want to have my name changed.
Yeah.
Call me by my middle name.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, so going back to food for Super Bowl, traditionally what we do is finger foods. And Alicia's amazing at putting together, so I'll typically do some chicken wings, which aren't that hard, but she'll do charcuterie board and she's been doing this way before that was popular,
I love that.
Argentina shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had those?
No.
Oh, my gosh, man. Go to Apple Market, since, I don't want to promote out of town, but, look for Argentina shrimp. They are big shrimp, and they're sweet, right? I don't know how to describe them. They're just a sweeter shrimp. But she'll do, Argentina shrimp. She'll do a cheese board. And I am I don't like sweets. I'm not a huge sweet fan. If you put a ton of sweets out and then you put steak and cheese, I'm gonna gorge myself on the steak and cheese, and I will not probably eat too much. Yeah,
crappie.
Are you coming tomorrow or what?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I was told not to speak about our kids, but that might be something we need to run past our kids before we plan. But yeah, so just little stuff you can, some chicken wings, some cheese. She does an amazing, and obviously, look at me, I'm not a huge vegetable guy, but when she does it in that style of the finger food, oh man, I will eat broccoli all day.
Yeah.
So,
Pick it up, dip it, eat it. Right.
what other foods? I mean, I'm leaving something out. I feel like
we're huge on Rotel dip. Chips,
Oh, yeah.
Rotel dip,
Yep.
and chicken wings. That's kind of our go-to.
Yeah.
Rotel dip, chicken wings, and like Amanda, I think she's going to do one of those charcuterie, whatever boards tomorrow. She said so. We do that every now and then too.
Ryan says his favorite, and I think this is Stephanie, but is quinoa and hummus. Now, I love hummus, but I got to tell you the story because, I mean, once again, we're way off topic, but who cares? It's our show. We went to K-State versus OU, and they say EMWA, every man a Wildcat, EMAW. And so EMWA is their big chant. You go and they're like, EMWA, EMWA. I thought they were saying quinoa. And so I told them, I was joking around with my buddy because we went up there with a bunch of buddies that were K-State fans, and I said, is it weird that your mascot or your chant is quinoa? So, I mean, to this day, I give them a hard time. But yes, I mean, hummus, a good made hummus you can't beat that.
I think you can beat it, but I don't mind it.
You're not a big fan?
It's okay.
Well,
I'll eat it.
So do you store buy it or does Amanda make
if
it?
it's you got hummus and ranch dip, I'm going for the ranch dip.
Man, I have to disagree. Like, normally I'm a ranch guy. Yes, I mean, there's nothing else to. We had Hal Kemp, the attorney here in town, is one of our favorite. He's one of our favorite lawyers. We don't have too many, but his wife Peggy made hummus one time, and we had it. Amanda Holmes says queso cheese dip, so you know her.
Who's that?
Amanda Holmes.
Yeah, I know her.
She made hummus.
She hangs out at my house a lot.
Does she?
Yeah.
That's weird, man. But she made hummus, and we got her recipe, and I cannot share it but it is, to me, the best hummus ever. Now, you can go to the store and buy hummus, and typically it's okay. Alicia found a brand that was really good, but it's still not, homemade quality. So
can I ask a question?
you go ahead.
Like.
Hold on. Let me. You really think my favorite is quinoa and hummus? Come on, man. I know, Ryan. I knew it wasn't you, man.
How do you make homemade hummus? I mean, I thought hummus is hummus. So what's it made out of?
It is chickpeas, and that's about it.
Chickpeas. Can
you
you buy that at the Apple Market?
Yes, you can buy it at the Apple Market. And I'm going to tell you what. If you make your own hummus, folks,
Can you make it in a crock pot?
No, you cannot. It takes 5 minutes to make. I mean, it's really so simple.
Well, I'm out.
But it's chickpeas. It's basically olive oil, garlic, lemon. And the key to me is the lemon.
I'm disappointed that you know how to make quinoa.
No, I'm disappointed in myself. I mean, I'm going to turn in my man card tomorrow. But the thing with it is, I don't even know how we got here, but this is funny. Don't forget the tofu. Yeah, I know, Ryan. With no tofu, I've never even had tofu, so I don't know. The key with the chickpeas when you're making hummus for a Super Bowl is that it's the combination between the lemon and the garlic. And you got to get that combination perfect. So I'm way above and beyond what most people think. But so, yeah, if anybody wants to come over, we're doing crappie tomorrow. Aunt Bernadette.
Do you dip your crappie in your?
No, gosh, no. I mean, yeah. Now you're getting into a territory that's not mixable. Like, I mean, you got your hillbilly side that I grew up on. That like you eat that. I mean, you have the fish fry. Hummus is more kind of like I'm a little more sophisticated. I'm gonna, like if I invited Charlie Hill over because he's a high roller
and he's into hummus.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna eat the hummus.
Definitely.
So, does everybody know that we are having a Super Bowl party at Charlie Hill's tomorrow?
Alicia's got that place cleaned up over there, and they are ready to party over there.
It's probably too soon to say, but she might be taking some cleaning jobs here shortly.
She's an excellent cleaner.
She's the awesome person. So
she worked on our home computer once and did a great job.
Here's the story, folks. I
Groom's
mean,
dogs.
Yeah. So if you're watching and you care, it's funny. But every time someone posts on Rogersville Residents or Rogersville Residents Uncensored for anything, I mean, it could be like, I have an ant problem. Who do I call? I've got my jewelry needs cleaned. Who do I call? My HVAC's out. Charlie Hill and Eric Holmes tag Alicia in it. And the poor girl gets these messages throughout the day saying, oh, I heard you're the best jewelry cleaner in the area. I heard you're the best, like, landscaper ever. Or
what do you charge for a house cleaning?
But so you go through and you add up what she could have made this year.
Hey,
I mean, she could have made $1 million+ this year based off just you and Charlie's referrals. So we may be doing that next year. She may just be kind of we may call it Alicia's handyman jobs or whatever you want to call it. But don't forget tomorrow, if you don't message our page if you need the address, but Charlie Hill is having the epic Super Bowl blowout at his house.
In fact, he is having Bon Jovi at his halftime.
They are, live there. He's also going to have his above-ground pool open.
Free food and drinks for everyone.
And they're going to be filling it with warm water, but free food, free drinks.
Food and drinks.
So 3 o'clock.
I believe that it's the Redneck Riviera, I think, is the theme this year.
And it's open. There's no cover charge. There's no anything. It's free for everybody that wants food and drink. So go out and see Charlie. Kendra is an amazing cook. Amazing hostess.
There's no telling what they'll have there.
They'll probably have lobster for everybody.
Lobster.
Caviar. We don't roll in the same thing as Charlie does. So, okay, so we're getting way out of whack here. I want to talk about, and we talked about this. We need to get ready because you and I we're taking our ladies on the town here in just a little bit. But the halftime show, I think this is one of the most epic halftime shows that we will ever see in our lifetimes.
I think so too. And I've not been big on the halftime shows the last several years. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't watch this. But you know what? I'm super excited for the halftime show. And I just hope Dr. Dre doesn't have any wardrobe malfunctions.
I hope he does. Well, I mean, that was the big halftime show.
You won't be forgetting about Dre if he has,
Well, that was like, what, 2000?
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. How can you forget it?
Was that the first Super Bowl? It was either right before 9/11 or it was right after. Janet Jackson, who is no longer with us,
Janet,
right?
if you're nasty.
Did she die? Oh, she's still alive. Sorry, Janet.
That was Michael.
Well, I thought Janet died in a bathtub or something. Oh, that was Whitney Houston. Sorry.
Bless her heart.
Well, Whitney was, okay.
The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard, but the best ever. I would give her the best ever. Sorry, Whitney. Well, she can't hear me. Sorry, Janet. Whitney was the best ever national anthem singer. That went. Well, when you and I were kids and they had the Gulf War and she came out and sang the national anthem. Sorry, Whitney. We love you. Janet had the expose, as you would say. I didn't see it. I would have turned my eyes because I knew I was going to marry Alicia later on in life. So, but I think this year will be
it's a good thing they didn't have Facebook and all that.
Oh my God!
Because
could you imagine?
You could play again.
It would have been crazy because it was her and wasn't it Justin Timberlake? Yeah, JT. JT's my boy. Him and I hang out a lot. But
I think he's going to be at Charlie's tomorrow too.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
He's not performing. He's just
he's just there to hang out with you, Justin Timberlake, and. But yeah, it will. I think this year, I embarrassed Bella, and you guys probably saw the Facebook post. But I pull up every day this week to school to pick her up. And I'm playing you got to play the clean version, obviously. But, I'm playing Eminem, I'm playing Dre, I'm playing Snoop. And I would put on, I have this, it's not rabbit skin. It's fox or folk. Faux. Yeah, there you go. Faux rabbit skin hat. I would never hurt a rabbit.
It's an Elmer Fudd hat.
It's an Elmer Fudd hat.
I've got one too.
They're the best ever, right?
Yeah, I wear mine hunting.
So I look back and I'm sitting there waiting to pick her up, and I look back in the seat and there's the Elmer Fudd hat. I put it on. I start cranking, and I'm just like, I got my sunglasses on, and I'm trying to embarrass her. And, I mean, I only have her for so many years. I got to embarrass her as much as I can. But I've been telling her, I said, you're not going to hear, like, honestly, you're not going to hear better music. And I mean this from my heart. I'm not being goofy. I hope I am blown away. I think this is going to be the best halftime show ever. So we got Charlie Hill. Should we call him? We could call him. You want to call him? Charlie, can we call you? I don't know if I'm connected real quick, but
well, we could get the details.
We've been talking about the big party over at Charlie Hill's house.
Oh, hey, I just got a message from him.
Hold on, let me see if we're Bluetoothed in on this. I can hook us up, but and it's a PG show. I hope he, when I call.
The message I just got from him was wasn't PG. I don't know.
It wasn't? Okay. Hold on, let's try it real quick. And then we got to go because we got to get these lovely ladies on a date.
And we got to get these predictions. Maybe Charlie could give us a prediction because he gave us one last year.
We'll call in. Yeah. You know who, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I was the only one that predicted the Super Bowl last year correctly.
Really?
Yeah. So we got him coming on real quick, and then we'll give our predictions, and we'll see.
Hello.
Hey, see Hizzle, you are live. We need you to be, PG.
Oh, as always,
as you always are. But hey, we just wanted to connect with you real quick. We were telling everybody on the show about your epic Super Bowl party. Justin Timberlake is going to be there.
Bon Jovi halftime show.
Bon Jovi is going to be there for the halftime show.
Free admission.
That's White Snake, not Bon Jovi.
Oh, I'd take White Snake too.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Wouldn't you take them?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're my second favorite.
Kendra is making all the food. We want to post this to Rogersville residents and Rogersville residents Uncensored. Let them know what you're putting on tomorrow. But also too, I think you're drawing for free tickets to have Kendra clean your home for a month. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And hey, we've got 2 passes for Alicia Pope dog grooming as well.
And she does free nails, I heard.
She does free nails and
free hair and nails.
Yeah, and dog grooming. So,
dog grooming.
Hey, we had you on the show last year. I'm glad you answered because it's been great. We'll have you. We've had you on again this year. I know you were out hunting or doing something down at your cabin, but anyways, we were supposed to be squirrel hunting today, but we didn't make it. Right.
That's right.
Okay. Well,
chasing them old limb chickens.
Limb chickens. Very good. So, hey, real quick before we let you go, what is your prediction for tomorrow's Super Bowl?
Bengals 36, Rams 27.
Okay. Good. I like that.
That is so close to what mine
is. It close? Okay. Hey, well, we're going to make our predictions. We will talk to you at your Super Bowl party tomorrow. I'm picking up JT, Justin Timberlake, from the airport about 9, and he's going to hang out at our house, and we'll bring him over to the Hills Ponderosa.
So are they really cutting a live White Snake video at your house tomorrow, Charlie?
I believe so.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate all the business you've sent our way this year, Charlie. We will reciprocate somehow in a joke later. So,
hey, thanks, fellas.
All right, love you, brother. See you.
Good talking to you. See ya.
See you.
All right, I think we need to make our predictions and get these ladies out of here.
All right. Well, I'm going to be opposite of Charlie. I've thought about this long and hard. You mentioned Grant Windstrom several times, so I'm a Rams guy. I want the Rams to win. I think Cooper Kupp is an awesome player and an awesome person, and he's my guy. I want the Chiefs to get rid of Hill and bring Cooper Kupp. That's my thing.
So what's your score?
So my score is going to be Bengals 27, Rams 35.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, you're not really too far from my score, and I've done a lot of research on this. I find it comical. I love Joe Burrow, and I think he's an amazing quarterback. I'm proud of that young man's success. But for you to come out and say people are trying to put him in the same category as Patrick Mahomes and, saying he's the next best thing. Dude, 3 or 4 years from now, if you're still where you're at, okay, we'll have that conversation. You are not Patrick Mahomes.
The Tom Brady comparisons are what have got me turned off.
Yeah.
And they're saying even Von Miller said, "Oh, he watching his game films. He reminds me of Tom Brady." Well, you know what? I
disagree.
That automatically turned me off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out. And I'm a Razorbacks fan, and he's a LSU guy.
Oh gosh, you got to root
And
against him.
hey, I watched him his senior year, the year they won the national championship. I went to Death Valley, watched the Hogs play LSU.
Oh, nice.
Watched him walk all over us, and
Yeah.
it was a heartbreaking deal for me. So I'm just like, I'm out, Joe.
Yeah. I am in. I mean, like, I agree. I mean, I had the same situation you did. We played them in the national or in the playoffs. It was one of the most embarrassing playoff games I think honestly, I mean, that has ever happened. I mean, it was 40-something to 2. I mean, I don't know, but that was the year we played them, first round of the playoffs. They decimated us. I'm trying not to hold grudges, and I hope and I pray that Joe Burrow is the next Tom Brady. We need that in sports. We need that guy in sports. You asked me 3 years from now, though, when he's actually proven himself and not been a one-year, situation. The same point for me is with Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not trying to say anything about Patrick. I mean, he's done an amazing job over several years, but you want to start being compared to Tom Brady or anybody else, let's see you, 3 more years from now.
Let's see Mahomes when he's 30.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
As he continued to at least get, to the division championship games and into the Super Bowl a couple more times.
I mean, to me, those guys are so far away from Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, even say, and to me, that's a step down above Tom Brady.
Yeah, it is.
So anyways, long story short, I would love nothing more than to see Smoking Joe Burrow win the Super Bowl sitting on the sideline smoking a cigar. It's not going to happen. I got it. I think I have Rams 35, Bengals 14 is what I put out earlier this week. I think the Rams are too tough. I think you got old Matty there for the Rams that has been in the game for so long. I think he can handle the pressure.
Experience.
The experience. I think the Rams overall are just a much better team. I hope I'm wrong. It's not who I want to win. It's who I think will win, but Rams 35, Bengals 14. So, sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Hey, we got to take our two beautiful ladies out for a date here in just a second. And so we're gonna get off the air. I appreciate Eric coming on.
I enjoyed it.
Second year in a row we've had him. We'll have him again next year because you can't count on Charlie Hill other than for an epic Super Bowl party.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, they're going to have fireworks.
Fireworks.
I mean, everybody loves a good fireworks show.
And my question is, who's going to win the Hummer or the Humvee? No, but the car that he's giving away. You can never know what happens at Charlie Hill's house because, hundreds of thousands of dollars in free prizes. So, do you want to go ahead, Alicia? Can you add his address right after this to the post? And it'll be starting at 3 o'clock. Justin Timberlake will be there at 3. He'll be there to greet you. And then
I think it's till the last man leaves.
Till the last man leaves. Justin Timberlake's there. White Snake will be there performing at halftime. And we also have
they're shooting a live video for their comeback tour.
And Kendra will be there on the hibachi grill making whatever you want.
Yes, making and showing off her cleaning skills, right?
That's right.
Charlie is an excellent cleaner.
He's an excellent cleaner.
I've known him for 20 years, and he's always had a clean home.
He does, yeah.
Actually, I've known him longer than that. I'm just getting older.
Yeah.
I've known him for 25 years.
There we go.
More.
So, all right, guys, we're going to leave you with that. Thanks for joining us. We will not have a show, obviously, tomorrow night. We'll be having fun out at Charlie Hill's house at the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us. We'll see. It'll be a good game. Hopefully, epic halftime show, and we'll go from there. So,
you bet.
All right, see you later.